The village of Llangynidr is in the Usk Valley, more or less halfway between Brecon and Abergavenny. This is a very historic village, and for most of its existence it was extremely very bilingual. The graveyard here is very overgrown, but there are graves right down the centuries, of which some of them are relevant to the reason for the visit, which is this quite newly restored war memorial. It's entirely in English and in lovely offset gold lettering. There are soldiers on there, and also the dates of death. It's very windy today. Looks like a storm is brewing up from over the hills. Right over that hill is the Llangynidr moors and the top of the Gwent valleys headed by Tredegar. The other reason for coming here is to look at some of the gravestone inscriptions, which are continuing this Welsh tradition of giving the name and also the place of origin of the person concerned. That was a relatively new one from 1935. I've been told it's a practice which has very much died out in England, or died out at the end of the First World War, but kept going in Wales. And certainly we see here David Powell of Aberhoewi, 1957, with it clearly marked out. Right, we'll just trudge up through this rather luscious growth and find some older Welsh stones for comparison. The parish here extended right over the mountain and down onto the outskirts of Tredegar, and a dram road was constructed to bring limestone and other materials from the village of Trefil down to the Monmouthshire Canal, which is just behind us. So here we've got of Dan Owen in this parish, and it's July the 14th, 1838. And to the right, under this magnificent yew tree, we've got again the older Welsh gravestones. This practice of naming the place of origin as well as the actual name of the person concerned ties in with a thread of the war memorial research. Bilingual stone here from 1866. Again, it's in this parish. Farther over there's an English one without any name of place in this parish in the background. Again, it's mostly name and place. And just to skim around at the back of the church, as the good old Welsh rain starts to drone us a little bit, we've got one there from Sarah Jane Newcomb of Ebbw Vale, January the 12th, 1918. And a soldier there who was buried in France. Again, names and places on all of these stones, mostly from the back end of the 19th century. The main lich gate there with the road that leads up to the dead end valley of Cwmcrawnon. where the tram road comes over the top. And interestingly, in the background there we see Michael Dyer, OBE, with his place of residence, postcode, clearly marked. And just to skim round again, literally hundreds and hundreds of stones here. To finish on this Welsh stone, it's Margaret and a Groig Thomas Morgan o Neihain, Bwfawr from 1877. So there we are. It's Llangynidr, its church, its war memorial, its graveyard, and the magnificent moors. It's the 18th of August 2017.